Check, check.
Check. What's up, dude? Check, check. Check. What's up, dude?
All right. We're live. What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Shoot, not much.
How you doing this
Sitting here
morning?
eating, good, man. Eating some little pancake bacon breakfast that Gabby made.
Nice. Bacon too crispy?
Ah. Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
This Baltimore-Tennessee
Wow.
game, man.
Yes,
Justin Tucker
battle
with
of the
3 field
kickers.
goals already. It's been a field goal game.
Yes, weird to see Tajay Spears inside the 10 on 3 different carries, or 2 different carries.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing, Tennessee? Give the ball to Derrick Henry. You are the Tennessee Derrick Henry.
The Tennessee Derrick Henrys, exactly.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Even more strange to have Derrick Henry and not go for it on 4th and 1.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I think, yeah, it seems like Baltimore's going to win this game. They just have a little bit more of an identity than Tennessee.
Yeah, the only problem is all those injuries, man. They're kind of struggling. He doesn't look bad. You saw last week all the drops.
Yeah.
But
Odell making some plays early in this game. Had like a 33-yard catch. Aguilar, too, making some good plays.
yeah, Aguilar is a baller, but he just always had a problem with dropping the ball, man.
Yeah, yes, in New England and in Philly.
Okay.
He always had like moments where he really shined and like made some crazy plays. But then when you needed him the most, he would just drop the ball.
Right. What time is it? 10:30. You ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do this, man.
Let me pull up these odds real quick.
Yeah, yeah. First game is Washington at Atlanta. Washington favored by 1 point in this game.
Okay. Where is it in Atlanta? You said?
Yeah, in Atlanta. Atlanta 3-2. Washington 2-3 in Atlanta. Washington favored by 1. How you feeling about this game? I think like obviously Bijan Robinson's in your lineup. I don't know how you feeling about Kyle Pitts.
I mean, after the way Desmond Ridder played last week, it seems like they're giving Kyle Pitts a little more. I did pick up Jonnu Smith to fill in for Darren Waller, who is still questionable, and I'm kind of scared. He's expected to play, but I don't know. I might make that last-minute decision to throw Jonnu Smith back in.
How comfortable are you with Jonnu Smith right now? Because he's had some success early in the season.
Yeah, I'm not, but I feel like he's getting the most volume. I mean, you look at week 2, he had 6 targets. Week 3, 8 targets. Week 4, 6 targets. And week 5, 7 targets.
There was a stat or the target chart for Pitts. Apparently, he was taking only left turns.
Yeah, I saw
believe.
that.
So there might be something with that left foot where he can't plant and turn to do like a post out on the right side of the field.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm at with Kyle Pitts. I mean, he's probably in the lineup just because the tight end situation is a wasteland anyway. But yeah, I think you can start with Desmond Ridder. Finally looked like he had a pulse last week. I think you can start Drake London. Anybody outside of that, I'm probably good. No Matt Collins or nothing like that. So.
You starting CJ Stroud this week?
Well, he's for Houston. You talking about?
I'm sorry.
CJ
I
Stroud?
was thinking about last week.
Yeah, they got Washington this week.
Sorry, you're starting Brian Robinson this week.
Yeah, I think he's in. I feel
like Brian Robinson should be a lock.
Beatable.
Yeah, that's for sure. And it's going to be more of a sludge fest. That's kind of why, I made the trade for Derrick Henry. Bijan Robinson and Mark Andrews for Derrick Henry today. I had a good expectation for Derrick Henry.
You traded Brian Robinson for.
That's right. I'm all over the place, man.
I know. It's early, man. It's early. Trying to wake up from all the good times last night.
That's right.
Washington, Sam Howell threw for 388 yards and 2 touchdowns last week.
How many picks?
I think it was one. Pick.
Okay.
But played well. Him and Ridder both. Ridder throwing for 329, a touchdown, and rushing for 1.
Yeah,
both these guys are better than expected.
Yeah, Ridder had a really good game-winning drive too to beat the Texans.
So Brian Robinson's in. Yeah, I mean, okay, Brian Robinson or Alvin Kamara this week? Alvin Kamara's going
Saints against the
against
Houston Texans.
Houston.
I'm still going to go Kamara there. I think the volume's just too good for Kamara in the past
I go
game. In
Kamara
PPR.
there,
In
too.
PPR, anyway. In standard, I might go Robinson.
Brian Robinson or Damian Pierce?
Brian Robinson.
Yeah, I go Brian Robinson there too. I think Jahan Dotson's out. What about Terry McLaurin? What do you think about him?
I mean, like you said, that Atlanta Falcons defense is pretty beatable, and Sam Howell has been throwing for over 300 yards. That volume's got to go to somewhere. Those yards have got to go to somebody. So,
Yeah. Who you got winning this game?
it's in Atlanta. Atlanta's been playing pretty well. I'd like to see Atlanta win, just because I am an Eagle fan. I want to see the Falcons or the Commanders get a loss, but I'm probably gonna take the Falcons. Desmond Ridder has shown that he can clearly hang, and he made a comeback victory last week against the Texans. Was it down by 6 with like 2 minutes left? So, he's shown that he has what it takes. I think the Falcons take it in this one.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Atlanta there too. I think Atlanta just has a little bit more identity than Washington. Washington kind of seems like, I don't know, the Eric Bieniemy offense just seems like it's not clicking like it was in Kansas City.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
But I mean, it's still early, so maybe they can get it together. Somehow it did look better last week. I'm going Atlanta. I think this is going to be a tight game, probably like a 17-20 kind of game. 20-21 kind of game. I think Atlanta pulls it out at home.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab something real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, this next game, this Baltimore game right now, Baltimore in the red zone again. 3 field goals from Justin Tucker. I think that's 10 fantasy points. And it looks like Zay Flowers has got a touchdown. Zay Flowers been playing great. They just got to get him downfield more.
Sorry about that. Got some bacon.
No, you're good. I'm just kind of going over this Baltimore Tennessee game. Zay Flowers with a touchdown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would imagine they would go for 2 here.
Right, to make it a 14-point game.
Make it a 14-point game, but it is early to go for 2. But
that's right. So the next game we got is San Francisco and Cleveland. That's in Cleveland.
Yeah.
San Francisco is it's going to be an ugly game. I think Deshaun Watson is out.
He is.
San Francisco minus 9.5. What are you thinking about this game?
Weird situation with Deshaun Watson, too, because apparently he was medically cleared for the shoulder, and then now he's saying he can't go. So it's like, are we questioning the toughness of Deshaun Watson? Like, can he go? It is the 49ers. He's going to take a lot of hits.
Right.
That might be like a business decision for him. But they're going to get clobbered in this game.
Yeah, they're definitely going to get clobbered.
They're going to get clobbered. I mean, do you even start Jerome Ford? I'm trying not to. Not against that defense. The game script's going to be bad for Jerome Ford. They're going to be behind. Jerome Ford's on the bench for me. I've missed on a couple this year. I know I've missed on Pacheco against the Jets. We can go through it. But I think this is one where Jerome Ford, I don't think he's going to give you much. I know the running back landscape is bare, but what do you think?
Yeah, I think you're going to see, just like last week, how the 49ers go out there, they blow out the team, and then the backups come in.
Yeah, I think that's what you're going to see. Ayuk's in, Debo's in, Kittle's in.
Yeah, you're starting everybody on the 49ers. Brock Purdy's in. Obviously, McCaffrey's in. What do you think about starting like a Jordan Mason or something this week under the expectation of garbage time?
I don't think it's that. If it was a soft defense, I would be okay with that on deeper leagues, but Cleveland's a tough defense.
That's what I like to see. Block the extra point.
Yeah, Cleveland's a tough defense. I don't think I would start a backup running back in hopes for that.
That's fair.
It could be. I mean, maybe that defense keeps him in the game. McCaffrey is just in there the whole time because it's needed. But yeah, I wouldn't turn to a back here.
But maybe like some double flex leagues or some 14-man leagues. There are some deep leagues where that could be a case where there's a lot of injury that just happened. With James Conner and HN going down. You've obviously Nick Chubb managers and.
Jerome Ford or Damian Pierce?
I'm probably going Damian Pierce there.
I would too.
I think the game script for them is probably pretty neutral. Jerome
we
Ford's
both have
pretty
San
low.
Fran win this game.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
they're minus 9.5 favorites, and I'm taking the over on that. So I I'm
I
taking
like
them minus 9.5. The over under is
Amari
36
Cooper.
points. I'm taking the over on that too.
Amari Cooper, he's going to play today, but with no Deshaun Watson. Last week he had
Yeah.
6 targets, like 14 yards or something. I have Amari Cooper in my league. I'm benching him over Alexander Madison. I'm benching him over Puka Nakua. I'm benching him over Brandon Ayuk. I'm benching him over DK Metcalf.
Yeah, I didn't hear
Um,
any name that I thought I would have started him over. Would you start him or Jacoby Myers this week?
I will start Jacoby Myers.
I agree with that. I know they got the
Amari
coffee. It was
Cooper
just flowing.
or Michael Thomas. Who you going there?
Mark Cooper, Michael Thomas. I'm probably going Michael Thomas.
I'm probably going Michael.
Michael Thomas has been
Ooh.
good. He's been decent.
I'll probably, in PPR, it's definitely Michael Thomas. In standard, I probably would go, I'm probably going to go with Cooper in standard.
Right.
But,
Yeah, other than that, I mean, this game is pretty cut and dry. I think the next game is a lot more interesting. You got the Saints versus the Texans in Houston. The Saints are a minus 1.5. Over under a 42.5 points. I think this is going to be a good game.
I think it's going to be a close game. I'm surprised the line's not 1 point. It's
Right.
New Orleans, favored by 2.5. I think New Orleans wins this game. I think their defense is going to be too tough for Stroud. I'm benching Stroud. Nico Collins is in play for me. I'm cool with Nico.
That's right.
Damian Pierce is going to be in play because most of your running backs are bad anyway.
What about
What do you think about
what about Tank Dell? Is he hurt this week?
that? He's hurt. He's out with the concussion protocol.
Concussion,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really super excited to start anybody in the Saints. I guess Chris Olave, Kamara, and Michael Thomas are all like third options for me. Chris Olave is maybe a wide receiver too, with the hopes of a touchdown. But
I think Chris Olave's back. I mean, he's in. I'm starting him over DK Metcalf. I'm starting him over a lot of guys. He came off the injury report, so the toe should be good. He's a elite receiver. I don't have any issues with starting.
yeah, I think
Olave
I'd
in
start
this game.
DK Metcalf over Chris Olave. I think just because of the game script. I mean, the Seahawks are playing the Bengals. That's going to be probably a shootout game.
Yeah.
But
I
I
understand that.
definitely get your reason. Chris Olave is a very good player.
Who you got winning this game?
I don't know. That's tough. I want to see Houston bounce back after giving up that come from behind victory to the Falcons, but I just don't know that it's going to happen, man. I think I'm taking the Saints too right here. Like you said, the defense is going to be tough. There's no Tank Dell in this game, so that takes another receiving option away from C.J. Stroud. I think he's going to struggle against that New Orleans defense.
Do you have the chat pulled up?
I do,
Okay.
and it's only me in there.
Okay, cool. And you said you was taking who here?
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Okay, I'm also going with New Orleans here too.
Yeah, I think you might see C.J. Stroud throw his first pick this week.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think he does too. Carolina, Miami. Carolina.
Yeah, that's ugly.
They're giving Carolina 7 points here. Miami, favored by 7.
Are you sure that's right?
That's what I got right here.
I'm seeing 14.5.
Oh, I'm sorry. It opened up. It opened up at 7. Now it's moved to 14. I think that's probably right. I'm about to say 17.
14.5 points. Over under a 47. I'm probably taking the over there. I think it's going to be all Miami.
I think you're right, man. I think it's going to be like 10 to 17 points for Carolina. Adam Thielen's in. He's going to have a great day. He might get you, 7 with 100 and maybe a touchdown.
Yeah, he could get a touchdown. It was a very good throw by Tannehill, but yeah, this is ugly. This is very ugly. Miles Sanders is out this week, right?
Yeah.
You starting Chuba Hubbard in this game?
I would. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I think it could be a sneaky little start. I would say pay attention to Blackshear. What's his name? Raheem Blackshear.
Okay.
Yeah, pay attention to him. Bryce Young he's gonna have a tough time today.
You might see some signs that he's getting a little bit better in this game. We're going to have to keep up. Adam Thielen, he's in for me. Outside of that, Chuba Hubbard maybe in the flex. Who you going with, Chuba Hubbard or Jerome Ford?
I'm probably taking Chuba Hubbard.
I'm probably taking Chuba as
I
well.
think the key to winning this game today for the Panthers is to run the ball.
I think so too. They're going to have to keep the ball out of the
Ball out of
off the
Miami.
Miami offense. Yeah.
Yeah, keep the ball out of Miami's hands. And
Oh yeah, Waddle's in, Tyreek's in, Tua's definitely in. All those guys are in.
start the kicker. I mean, I had the kicker for the Dolphins 1 week, and he only kicked extra points and get me 10 points. So that was pretty good. Seven
Yeah, that just
touchdowns or
shows
10
you.
touchdowns.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, 10 touchdowns. He got me 10 extra points.
I've never seen that. That
Me
must have
neither.
been the 70 points against Denver.
Yeah,
Wow.
10
Yeah. So you
touchdowns,
think
extra
that
points.
you said that they cover? You think they cover the 14 points?
I don't think they cover. No, I don't think they cover.
Okay. Okay.
I think the over under is good, but honestly, dude, that defense, you saw that defense is bad, and the Panthers defense isn't terrible.
That's
So
not.
I
That's
think they
not.
could give them a little bit of a struggle in like the first 2 quarters, but I don't think the Panthers will be able to move the ball enough, and I think that defense is going to get wore down. I think I'm taking the Dolphins to cover, or the Dolphins to win, the Panthers to cover.
Okay. Okay. I see. I do think Miami's going to beat them by more than 14. So
It's
we'll see. That's a
possible.
lot
It's
of
very
points.
possible. It's a lot of
That's
points.
a lot of points. But anything
This
else you
is
want to touch on with this game?
yeah, I
Raheem
do.
Mostert is a fantastic start this week.
Yeah, I want to talk about survival football real quick, a little early in the show. So if the Cowboys wouldn't have lost in week 3, I believe it was, then we would still be right on pace. My pick so far would have been the Commanders, the Giants, the Cowboys, the 49ers, and then I was talking about picking the Lions last week against the Panthers. This week, my
Yeah, we
pick
both
would
picked
be the
them.
Dolphins against the Panthers.
I like that. I
I
like that. I
thought
think
this is
that's
a
safe.
lock. It's safe. I've already picked the 49ers. I've already picked, the Cowboys, the Lions. I think the Dolphins is a very safe pick this week. Not a divisional game. If I'm in survival football, I'm going with the Dolphins this week.
I like that. Anything else you want to cover on this matchup?
I think that's about it. Just keep an eye on that Miami backfield. I don't think Jeff Wilson's going to be in there, but Salvin
He's
Ahmed
not.
is. You just keep an eye on him, see what he does.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Wilson expected he was in practice coming off IR. Practice a little bit, but should be back next week. I think that's what they're on. Seattle at Cincinnati. How you feeling about this game?
That's going to be a great game, I think. I hope to
I
see
think
Joe
it's gonna be a
Burrow.
shootout. Yeah.
I hope Joe Burrow can play like he did last week and keep it going. Throw 3 touchdowns to Jamar Chase.
I'm gonna be honest. I would not be shocked if Seattle won this game.
I wouldn't either. Seattle's been playing great.
Yeah, I'm taking
Seattle,
this right now. It's Seattle +3. Opened
that's
up at
right.
4.5, but
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with Seattle plus the 3.
I'm going
And
with Seattle with the upset this week. I already picked last week for the Cardinals to upset the Bengals, and we were wrong on that. But I'm calling it again. I'm calling my shot on the Bengals getting upset. Seattle's coming off of a bye week. They're 3-1. They got Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf's healthy from the rib injury. I expect to see. I expect to see the Seahawks go out there and upset the Bengals in Cincinnati.
yeah, I think Geno Smith also going to be back in that game from the knee injury. He was fine, and he got a little tweaked up in the last game, but he's going to be back. Yeah, it seems like the betting odds say that they think Joe Burrow is back after the big performance last week against Arizona. But
Right.
I don't know. He looked to be back because he just hyper targeted Chase and it worked out. But
Well,
we'll
I
see.
think
I think he is back. I consider trading for Joe Burrow in one of my leagues. But I think Seattle coming off the bye and healthy, I think they win this game too.
yeah,
I
I
think it's
think
going to be one of our upsets.
the thing with Joe Burrow is that he played against the Cardinals last week, who has no pass rush. They have no pass rush at
Uh-huh.
all. And Seattle, they're going to get pressure on the quarterback, and that's where you see Joe. That's where you've seen Joe Burrow struggle this year. Is with pressure in his face, he can't really move. He's not as mobile. So look to pay attention to that. If he can come out here and play good this week and be mobile and move around the pocket, then Joe Burrow's back. But until I see that this week, then I'm not keeping my fingers crossed.
So you're still on the side that Joe Burrow is.
Not back
We don't
quite
know.
yet.
Yeah,
He showed signs of being more healthy or healthier last week, but I'm not.
Who you
I'm not
starting,
sold
Joe?
yet.
Joe Burrow or Geno Smith? Who you starting in fantasy?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow or Brock Purdy against the Browns.
Ooh, Brock Purdy.
Okay, 4 touchdowns last week for Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy. I mean, Joe Burrow or Kirk Cousins against Chicago?
Oh, Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
I think that's a great start
Joe
this week.
Mixon, how you feel about Joe Mixon?
I mean, he's Joe Mixon. It's right now this running back economy is not so good. So
True,
Joe
true.
Mixon,
So
it's
he's
nice to have
definitely
Joe
in.
Mixon. Joe Mixon's an Alexander Madison type.
It seems that way. Yeah, yeah. He's somewhere in between that low range
I
running
mean,
back too.
I would take Mixon over Madison right now.
I would too. I would too. Uh, T. Higgins, I think he's expected to play in this
I
game. I have
believe he is
last I
expected
looked.
to play.
Yeah, T. Higgins or Addison for Minnesota.
I'm going to take Addison. I expect to
Or
see a
Addison.
big breakout. And plus, last year I did have T. Higgins in fantasy, and I had to feel the burn of him playing, but not actually playing. I know you remember that, where
Yeah, he got a
he
lot of
was,
fantasy managers that day.
yeah, he was healthy, and then he goes into the game, and the first snap he's questionable.
Oh man, and he never even saw the field.
Never even got on the field. He was just questionable on the
Yeah,
sideline.
that hurts.
Yeah.
Anybody else you want to talk about in this game? DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett's in, Kenneth Walker's in,
Geno
Charbonnet's on the
Smith's
bench.
in.
We'll wait and see. Gino or Trevor Lawrence against Indianapolis.
Trevor has not looked great. I'm going Geno. Honestly, I'm going Geno over Joe Burrow, too. I kind of changed my mind on that.
Ah, okay, okay. I like Joe Burrow in this game over Gino, and I have Geno Smith starting, but I do think Geno Smith is going to have a good game.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a high scoring game. The over under in that game is 45 and a half points. So they expect it to be a shootout. I expect it to be a shootout, too.
Yeah, I think it might head over. We both have Seattle with the upset. I like that. Anything else you want to cover in this game?
Um, no, I think I'm good. Just keep an eye on, once again, watching Joe Burrow in the pocket. Watch his cat, see how his calf does and his mobility.
Yeah, I think you're right. Once his mobility's back, I think that's when you're going to see Joe Burrow back.
That's right.
Indianapolis at Jacksonville.
That's a fun game.
Anthony Richardson on IR for what, 4 to 8 weeks is the expectation for him to be
Yeah,
back.
that's right.
Gardner Minshew filling in. Minshew mania, the mustache.
Minshew mania.
He
Yeah.
always finds a way to warm our hearts during the season at some point.
Josh
He
Downs,
always
Michael
finds a way to
Pittman.
get in there.
All the receivers for the Colts are not bad now. I mean, the
Yeah,
passing
yeah. You got
volume.
Josh Downs. You got Michael Pittman Jr. You got Alec Pierce, who's still
Yeah,
there. I
maybe
don't
not
know
Alec
how
Pierce.
he's.
I wouldn't start Alec Pierce. So I would definitely consider starting Josh Downs. That was a terrible missed throw by Lamar Jackson on that one. That should have been about a 30-yard gain. Put him in field goal range. Um, yeah, Anthony Richardson being out. I mean, you're going to see. Well, I think it was on average they averaged 12 more passes a game with the Gardner Minshew in. So you're going to see a lot more passing volume for these receivers. A lot more down the field stuff too for Pittman and obviously the PPR guy, Josh Downs.
Who you starting, Josh Downs or Amari Cooper
Um, ooh, that's tough.
in a half-point PPR?
I'm starting Josh Downs at half point. In standard, I'll probably start
I
Amari
would
Cooper.
also start Josh Downs in a half-point.
In standard, I'm starting
Josh
Cooper.
Downs or let's see, KJ Osborne.
That's a really tough one. I'm going half point.
Yeah,
I'm going Josh Downs. We haven't really seen anything out of KJ Osborne. We've seen Josh Downs get volume when Minshew's in there.
I'm gonna go KJ Osborne on that one. But I like I like what you're saying there. Josh.
What you going Zach Moss or Jerome Ford?
Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, I'm going. I think I'm gonna go Jerome Ford there.
Okay.
Not feeling great about it. I really expect Taylor to get a solid amount of the carries when he comes back. Zach Moss has been good. He's earned some carries, so it's not
That's
going to
right.
go away.
I think this week's
So
going
I'm
to be a
thinking
50-50
60
split.
40. You're going to see more 60-40 here, I think.
Okay, I think 60 in the favor of Zach Moss.
I think in the favor of Jonathan Taylor.
The reason I say in the favor of Zach Moss is just because of what he did last week, and I think that you're going to see them try to ease Jonathan Taylor in, especially paying out all that money.
Yeah, I like that too. They are in it for the long haul. Let's see, Michael Pittman Jr. He's in. Who you starting, Michael Pittman Jr. or Kirk Cousins in this? I mean,
Hey,
not
we
Kirk
got
Cousins, but Christian Kirk.
one second, Sean. We got a comment saying Josh Palmer, Josh Downs, or Drake London. Pick two, full PPR.
Oh man. Okay. Josh Downs is super
Is
interesting in
in.
PPR because
Is in.
since Minshew's came into the game, he's checking the ball down. The reason why you hadn't seen Josh Downs get those check downs when Anthony Richardson is in the game is because Anthony Richardson's check down is the run game. As
That's
soon as
right.
if the
That's
play
right.
breaks down, he'll make 1-2 reads, duck to run. It's been working out for him. Gardner Minshew, his check down is Josh Downs in a full PPR. Oh, him or Drake London.
I'm going Josh Downs. If you look at
And the other one was Josh Palmer.
Josh Palmer, that's right. In week 3, when Gardner Minshew was in, Josh Downs had 12 targets, 8 catches for 57 yards. And then last week when he came in, it was 6 targets for 6 catches and 97 yards.
I'm gonna go Drake London, Josh Downs. I'm keeping Palmer on the bench right now.
I'm keeping Palmer on the bench. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, especially with Keenan Allen's healthy. You've got Quentin Johnson, who's been doing a little bit. Austin Eckler's back. He's going to take some volume away. So
Exactly. If Austin Eckler was hurt, maybe I would throw Palmer in there. But Keenan Allen's going to get targets. Austin Eckler's going to get targets. They're going to also run the ball a little bit more.
that's right.
And on top of that, we don't know where Quentin Johnson is coming off the bye.
That's right. Yeah.
You
So
know,
yeah,
I
thanks for
like
the
Josh
question.
Palmer. I think Josh Palmer's a pretty solid player, and he could. I do think like coming into this game, he's gonna be better than. I'd start Josh Palmer over Quentin Johnson in this game, but I do think I would rather kind of wait and see how the offense looks with the new pieces kind of forming there.
Right.
But I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I would go Downs and
Drake London.
and yeah, Drake London.
Yeah, Drake London seemed to
Chris,
have taken a step.
yeah. Anything else? I mean, Jonathan Taylor's in.
Yeah, John. I mean, I don't know. I'm scared of Jonathan Taylor and Zach Moss. I don't know what's going to happen in that backfield right now. I'm
I
starting
get
Zach
it.
Moss
It's
because
scary,
of not a
but
choice.
with
There's
the
Justin Tucker with another field goal, 18 to
yeah,
3.
he's solid. Um, for those of you who don't know, me and Bryant going against each other in fantasy this week. I have Justin Tucker. You got me with Kansas City's defense on
I
Thursday,
did.
but
I did.
maybe this will help me catch up here.
I know. I got the
Anybody
kicker
else on the
curse.
Colts side that you want to? Jonathan Taylor or Ramondre Stevenson against the Raiders?
That's dirty. Um, I might go
I'm going Taylor
Ramondre.
there.
I'm going Ramondre.
I'm going Taylor there. Okay, then so you got a little bit lower on him. Um,
I'm going Ramondre. I think you've heard them talk about wanting to change the offense and going back to what works, and Ramondre is what works. He's the best player on the offense. He's the only player on the offense, really.
he is. He is. Sadly, I
Give
just
him the
don't
ball. He should be
trust
getting
how
20
many
plus
points
touches.
that offense is going to put up for New England. That's the problem.
That's
You
fair.
going
I
Brees
think he can get
Hall?
volume through the ground and not in the end zone.
You going Brees Hall or Jonathan Taylor? Brees Hall is going against
Brees
Philly's front
Hall,
seven.
100% Brees Hall.
I go Brees Hall too there.
I'm going Brees Hall
Um,
probably over a lot of people. What about Brees Hall or Alexander Madison this week?
I'd go Brees Hall.
Brees Hall or Joe
Alexander
Mixon?
Madison got a great match. I don't know. I don't know. I'm actually going to flip that. I'm going to go. I mean, I'm probably going. I'm going Hall. Brees Hall has the
Brees
ability to
Hall
break
has so
80
much
yards.
talent. Yeah, that's right. And like if you look at,
Yeah.
I do want to remind you of Alexander Madison's week last week, which was not very good. Let me pull that up. Let me pull those numbers. Last week he had 11 points in fantasy, but he had 8 carries for 26 yards and 2 catches for 20 yards, but he had a touchdown. Without that touchdown,
He
that's a 4-point day.
he's a low end running back too right now, touchdown dependent. But where the running backs are right now, you're happy to have Madison on your team, especially with the
Absolutely.
matchups.
But against versus Brees Hall, I'm taking Brees Hall all day.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Jacksonville, Kirk Cousins. I mean Christian Kirk. That's the second time I've done that. Christian Kirk, he's in. Ridley's in. Lawrence, I think they're going to be fine. I think you
Yeah,
continue to start Lawrence.
that's right. I'm starting Lawrence over like Dak
Oh yeah, for sure.
or Jimmy Garoppolo or Derek Carr or
Uh-huh.
like Trevor Lawrence or Geno Smith. Did we already ask this?
We might have, but I'm going Geno Smith.
Yeah, I'm probably going
Yeah,
Geno there too.
I'm going Geno Smith there. Anything else? Okay, who you got winning this game?
I'm taking
Jacksonville favored
Jacksonville.
by 3.5.
I'm taking Jacksonville. I know the Colts defense is pretty solid this year, but I
Yeah.
think Jacksonville's probably going to get it right. Travis Etienne is so good.
He's so good.
He's so
And
good. He's
dude,
going to carve that defense
three and
up.
two for Indy. That's pretty impressive, man. I didn't think they would start this season. The first
Yeah,
five
and
games,
that's
win
with some
three of them.
injury. That's with some injury with the rookie quarterback leading it. I mean, they could go out there and get an upset this week, but I'm not betting on it.
Yeah, it is a divisional game, but at home, Jacksonville, they got the pieces on the offense. Gardner Minshew, he can get some stuff done, but I don't think he's gonna get enough done. I like Jacksonville. Do you like Jacksonville to cover the 3.5 though?
No, I think the Colts will cover that. And I think that the reason it's -4, that's what I'm seeing here is -4, is
Okay.
because I think, for some reason, I guess I think that with Anthony Richardson out, the team gets worse, but I think the team isn't that much different. It's a different scheme, but it's the same quality of team, I think.
I think you're right. I could see that. Maybe the same result. I mean, you're not getting those big rushing plays that Anthony Richardson brought to the
Right.
table, but you are getting
But
a
you have
little
Jonathan
more through
Taylor
the
back.
air. And you get Jonathan Taylor back. That's going to be big in this game. I think they're going to I think you're going to see at least 15 touches for Jonathan Taylor in this game. I got him in I'd start him in fantasy. Jonathan Taylor or let's see here, Jonathan Taylor or Kyron Williams against Arizona. Probably
Kyron
Kyron Williams.
Williams. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too.
Kyron Williams. Let's go Jonathan Taylor or Ramondre. You're not big on
Yeah, we just
Ramondre
did.
right now.
We just did that. You went Ramondre. I went Taylor. Yeah, I'm going Taylor there.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Anything else you want to cover in this game? I think Jacksonville. They probably cover here. I think they cover and beat. They cover the 4 points. I don't think
Yeah,
Minshew's
I
going to
can
be able to
see
keep
it.
up.
I think you're probably right, but I think they're going to try to run the ball. I mean, I feel like at this point with Zach Moss playing the way he is, you've got to give at least both those guys at least 10 carries apiece.
Indy can win this game, though.
Yeah, they can for sure, but I'm not betting on it. I'm taking Jacksonville with Indy to cover. The next
I
game,
like it.
this
I
is a,
like
this
it.
is a fun game, man. It's a divisional game. Both teams 1-4. The Vikings versus the Bears in Chicago.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is going to have a great day, but what does he look like without Justin Jefferson? KJ Osborne, I think he's in. TJ Hawkinson's about to get, probably 3 or 4, 5 more targets with
Right,
Justin Jefferson gone. Addison, Jordan Addison, definitely in play.
right.
Outside of that, I mean, I'm not starting. I forget who the fourth string receiver is on that depth chart, but he's not in for me.
Brandon Powell.
That's it, Brandon Powell. Yeah, Alexander Madison. This is a get right game for him.
Yeah, that's right.
Alexander Madison is the running back where if he has a bad matchup, you bench him. If he has a solid matchup, you put him in.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Um,
right now, this is a solid matchup. Kirk Cousins or Justin Fields.
I'm going Justin Fields here. The rushing potential. Both defenses are not good. You take away Justin Jefferson, I'm going Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, 282, 4 touchdowns in the air, and 57 yards rushing on the ground last week. He's had, what, 8 passing touchdowns in the last 2 weeks, all coming through the air, which everybody's criticized Justin Fields on that for
He's looking great.
weeks now. We finally talked through the air. Cole Kmet, 3 touchdowns in the past 2 games. And DJ Moore, I mean,
Oh yeah, he's in.
incredible. Dude's a beast, man.
He's in.
You can
Yeah.
see why they traded for him, man. I guarantee you, Carolina fans, when they see it, they're like, "Oh, that makes them a little
Yeah,
sick
they
to
had
the stomach."
Christian
I know what it
McCaffrey
means.
and DJ Moore on the same team.
I know for so long, Carolina just needed a quarterback, and then now they traded all their high-profile superstars away, and then now they need those guys right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's how it goes, though. I mean, you can't. It's hard to have it all, especially in the salary cap.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
this is a game where you love it for fantasy. It's going to be a high-scoring game. There's no defense even on the field in this game.
Yeah,
On the
absolutely, man.
Chicago side of the ball in the running back room, what are you thinking about? Like Deontay Foreman getting the
Um,
lead?
yeah, Deontay Foreman's getting the lead. Roshan Johnson's out, so Deontay Foreman's probably getting a lot of carry, a lot of volume this week. But I say that, but really, I mean, if Justin Fields is playing like he is the last 2 weeks this week, then why run the ball? Let Justin Fields eat.
Yeah, Cole Kmet's in for me on that side. Darnell Mooney, I'm good. I don't want anything to do with
Yeah, he
Darnell
had
Mooney.
0 points last week.
Yeah, I mean, I would start Deontay Foreman if I had to. Okay, you thinking Deontay Foreman? or
Chuba Hubbard.
Demoncardo?
I'm going DeMercado. But I'm going to go Foreman there. I'm going to go Foreman there. Just because we're not exactly
I'm,
sure on the Arizona backfield.
yeah, I'm gonna go Foreman there too.
Foreman or
Foreman
Hubbard?
or Matt Breida? Is
I'm not
Saquon back
start.
this week?
It doesn't matter. I'm not starting Rita ever again.
Okay,
Breida is off of my team for good.
okay. How about Deontay Foreman or
Deontay Foreman or
Zach
Chuba Hubbard?
Moss?
I'm going
Chuba
Zach.
Hubbard, that's a good one.
Yeah, Deontay Foreman or Chuba Hubbard. That's two waiver pickups.
Yeah.
What are you thinking there?
I'm gonna go Deontay Foreman.
I'm okay with that. I think,
Actually, you know what, dude? I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna go Chuba Hubbard.
yeah, I'm still sticking with Deontay Foreman. I think there's nobody else in the Chicago backfield.
Kind of the same thing for Carolina.
Yeah, Blackshear's there, which I guess is really nobody back there if that's the case.
Yeah,
But
it's kind of the same.
uh,
It's a good comparison.
that's kind of the same. But really, I mean, you're probably going to see him get like 3 or 4 carries. Versus, I don't think there's anybody else in that backfield for the Bears.
Yeah,
Tony
yeah. I don't
Jones
think there is
Jr.
either. Yeah. Who you got winning this game?
I got the Bears at home. No Justin Jefferson. I'm taking the Bears to upset the Vikings here.
I'm going to go with Minnesota in this game. I don't know if they covered the three. That's crazy. In Chicago, I say they cover the three. Kirk Cousins is he's surgical right now. He's dialed in. He's making his reads. I think Alexander Madison, they get him going. Losing Justin Jefferson is the only reason I think this game is going to be close.
Right.
I mean, Justin Fields can keep up, but it's going to be a shootout for sure. I think either team can win this game. It's not one I would bet on. I definitely wouldn't even touch this game if I was betting. Minnesota -3. But I think Minnesota's the better team, but this will be a close game. I'm gonna say Minnesota, but I'm gonna take Chicago to cover.
Yeah, I'm taking Chicago with the upset here. This is going to be my second upset call of the week. I'm surprised that the line isn't +1 or -1. I'm surprised it's not a pick'em game in Chicago.
Yeah, it's definitely with it being in Chicago because this does seem. That's why I'm taking the points because I think it is a pick'em game.
The way it seems to me really is that they're seeing Vegas is betting that Justin Fields isn't going to do it again,
That's what it seems like.
which is a fair bet.
And also, yeah, losing Justin Jefferson I think also hurts
Right.
Minnesota too. But anybody in this game you want to go over before we move on?
Yeah, just look out for Justin Fields. Look out for Kirk Cousins. See what they do. See what that receiving game's looking like, and see if Justin Fields can keep doing it. He kind of got bailed out by DJ Moore a few times last week, so let's see if that
On some
improves this
odd
week.
throws where he just took it for like a 10-yard catch and took it for like an 80-yard gain or something.
Which could have been
crazy.
picked or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a good game. The over/under's high on that. I think it's like 46 points or something.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this next matchup? You got your
I feel like I
sweatshirt
don't want to
on.
watch it. I feel like I don't want to turn my TV off. That's what I feel
Yeah,
like.
the Patriots about to lose to Jimmy Garoppolo.
Um. Yeah, I don't know what to expect out of this game.
Raiders -3 in Las Vegas. 4:05 game.
I'm taking the Raiders in this game to cover
Yeah, I'm taking the Raiders to cover.
because the New England offense. You got to show me something. You got to show me something. There's
I think
nobody.
you do
Like,
see Ramondre do something this week, though.
they need to go back to like the pro style power eye Ramondre play action off of that. I think that's what they need to go. They don't need to spread it out, make things complicated with no weapons for Mac Jones. Power eye, Ramondre Stevenson, Ezekiel Elliott, up the gut, off the tackle, play action off that, get the tight ends involved, maybe take a deep shot or two when you get a chance like Kendrick Bourne. But for the most, yeah, I just think that Vegas is just going to be too much for New England in this game.
How you feeling about Ezekiel Elliott right now?
The same way I felt about him. He's not really an
It
option.
looks awful, yeah. I mean, not even just fantasy, but just for football.
Yeah, just for football. Yeah, I'm not. He doesn't do anything for me. Ramondre, they
no
got to
jersey
get
in the
it
mail.
going. Yeah, they got to get Ramondre going in this. But I don't feel comfortable starting Ramondre. Ramondre or Rashad White against Detroit.
I'm gonna go Ramondre. I think Ramondre's gonna have a good game this week.
I think so too. I think he bounces back. Ramondre Stevenson or Damian Pierce.
Ooh, that's tough. You got volume in Damian Pierce. So once again, I do hold Ramondre a little higher this week. I'm taking Ramondre there too.
Okay, you expecting a little bit more of a breakout? Yeah. I think I would go Pierce there. Brian Robinson or Ramondre Stevenson?
I guess I'll go. I'm going Brian Robinson there. I think the
I go
touchdown.
Brian Robinson
You
there
gotta you
too.
gotta look at the points at some point.
Yeah, I
And the
agree with
Commanders
that.
are putting up
Nobody.
points. What are they averaging? 24 points a game, 25 points a game, something crazy like that.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Patriots are probably averaging 7.
11 or 10.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
not good.
I agree with that. For me, Mondre's on the bench is a wait and see.
I'm
I'd
okay
try
with
to
that.
trade for him, but I'm not offering much. I sent Jacoby Myers for no, I'd send like a Josh Reynolds for Ramondre just to see how aggravated Ramondre owners are, and it was declined. But I would send something like that just to see how pissed off their owners are on Ramondre Stevenson. Try to get him on the very very
Yeah,
low
now
because
that you
the back
mention it,
half of the schedule looking good.
I might try to make a trade for that, like Zach Moss for Ramondre.
Yeah, outside of New England, I mean, outside of the running back, Ramondre Stevenson, I'm not starting any receivers, no tight ends. Hunter Henry, if you want to throw him in, you might have a chance here, but he goosed you last week, so I moved
Yeah.
on from him in my league.
You think Mike Gesicki's going to be doing anything?
Nah, I mean, he's basically splitting time with Henry. They do run
That's
two
right.
tight end sets, but I'd start Henry over Gesicki.
Okay, I'm with you there too. Yeah, I mean, maybe start the kickers. If you're playing in the kicker league, maybe start the kickers. Maybe start the Patriots defense, the Raiders
Maybe
defense.
start the yeah, I'd start the defenses in this game. Devontae Adams is in. Jacoby Myers definitely in. Wouldn't start Garoppolo, and Josh Jacobs is definitely in. Outside of that, I think we're both on the same page here. Vegas to beat New England.
Yeah, the over under surprisingly 41.5 points. That seems
Take the
so high for
under.
this game. Take the under. Yeah, definitely take the under there. Just kicked off second half of the Baltimore and Tennessee game. Derrick Henry's on the field. That's cool. It's good to know for both of us.
With 13 yards rushing. Like, why are we in the shotgun right now with Derrick Henry?
Yeah,
Put it in I formation. Hit him with a halfback blast.
yeah. Inside zones isn't. That's not
It's
the way
not.
to run
It's,
Derrick
you
Henry.
got to get him downhill. Like, why
Unless
are
you're
they trying
throwing
to
it to
use
him.
him as
Unless you're
like?
throwing it to him like that. Oh, never mind. I didn't miss him. There was someone else. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be a sludge fest. The Patriots versus the Raiders. But let's move on to a more fun game, which is the Lions versus the Bucks in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, this is an interesting game, man. Because Baker Mayfield on the season, 882 yards passing, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's efficient. He looks good. He looks comfortable in the pocket.
I think both
You
of
know,
his
Mike
interceptions were
Evans.
against the Eagles as well.
Mike Evans, he's playing today. You're right. Is he playing today or is
Great.
he out?
Yes, he is playing today. He was healthy as of Thursday.
Okay. Then he's in. I think that you might can start. Oh, Chris Godwin too. Rashad White, I'm trying. I mean, you're probably playing him because running
I'm
backs
starting
are
Rashad
so.
White. Yeah,
But Detroit's really good against the run. I think Detroit wins this game. Detroit looks legit. We got them winning the division. Both of us do. Before the season started, David Montgomery, I mean, seems to be the steal of the draft right now.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Jameer Gibbs is out this week too, so you're going to see once again. I mean, you were seeing it already, but 25 plus touches for David Montgomery.
yeah, if I'm trying to trade for David Montgomery, and I'm also if I got him, I'm not trading him away.
That's right.
Um, yeah, Amon-Ra, the Sun God, St. Brown, he's in. I think he's healthy.
He's in. Yeah, he is
You
healthy.
can take a dart throw on Josh Reynolds.
Josh
I
Reynolds
wouldn't
might not be
recommend
bad.
it.
I mean, the over under for this game is 43 points, so I could see this. I mean, that's a good line. I'm probably taking the over here. 43 points seems pretty good, but I'm gonna take the over. It just sounds like this game's gonna be a shootout. I mean, a 4-1 team versus a 3-1 team. Both of their losses coming from tough teams. The Lions lost to the Seahawks in overtime. The Bucks lost to the Eagles in a tough matchup. So I'm gonna take the Lions to win though and cover the -3.
Yeah, I think they do too, but I think this game could be closer than we think.
Your lighting's
Tampa
getting a
Bay
little dark
playing
over
really,
there.
really well. They have an identity just like Detroit does. It's going to be a close game, and I do think Detroit covers, but it would not shock me if Tampa Bay at home won this game.
Yeah, I can see that. Are you calling for an upset?
Nah. Detroit looks like a playoff team. They're physical. They can run the ball, and I do believe Goff's just a little more efficient and a little more precise. Doesn't make mistakes as much as Mayfield does. This is a big game for Mayfield. Detroit's played in these big games, beating Kansas City. I think Detroit's going to have the edge here.
Yeah, I think you're right. I really like that take about playing in the big games. Is there anything else you want to talk about in this game?
No, I think we can move on.
Okay, we got the Cardinals and the Rams. Rams -7. I think that's a fair line. It's in LA, divisional game, so that's what makes me a little sketchy on the -7. But I mean, you saw the Rams look great last week with Cooper Kupp back.
I'm taking Arizona +7. I think this is a divisional game. This is a game where I can see Arizona keeping this close. I don't think they upset because Stafford's playing good. You got Puka Nacua. The offense looks great. Kyron Williams looks good. Defense looks better than we thought it would for the Rams. But Arizona, they have been competitive in almost every game. Yeah, they got kind of blew out at the end of the game against Cincinnati, but they kind of hung in there. Josh Dobbs made some plays, and I like the Rams, but I don't think they cover. I think it's I'm taking Arizona +7 if I'm betting on this game, but I do
Have
think the
you
Rams win.
seen the over under for this game yet?
No, what is it?
If you guess, I want you to guess.
The under over of this game?
Yeah,
I'm going to say 48.
47 and a half.
Oh, okay.
That's a good guess.
Close.
Price is
Yeah, it
wrong.
was close.
He's
Yeah,
over.
but it was wrong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go the over here. This is probably gonna be a shootout.
Yeah, I'm taking the under, honestly. I mean, you saw the Cardinals defense is not good, obviously. The Rams kind of got carved up by the Eagles, who haven't really had an identity on offense. So I could see where you're saying it'll be on the over, but I think 48 points is super high.
That's high. That's high.
48 points is super high. I'm taking the under on this one, but I am taking the
It's a
Cardinals
little
to
high for a
cover, but to
divisional game
lose.
too, because usually divisional
Right.
games are a little slower. Yeah.
Yeah, the teams know each other, and you're going to see a lot of defensive stuff. Plus, the thing is the Rams are going to score, and the Cardinals are going to have to keep up.
And I think Josh Dobbs is playing well enough with
He
those
is.
receivers. I mean, I can see him keeping up. Let's see. Hollywood Brown or Garrett Wilson.
Um, the Jets play the Eagles. I'm going to go Garrett Wilson.
I'm gonna go Hollywood Brown then.
Darius Slay is out this week.
Okay. Hollywood Brown or Jacoby Myers.
Hollywood Brown.
I like Brown there too. Hollywood Brown or KJ Osborne.
Hollywood Brown or KJ Osborne? Hollywood Brown.
I like Hollywood Brown there too. And one last one, Hollywood Brown or Michael Pittman Jr.
Let's go Michael Pittman Jr.
I like that. I like
Let's go Michael
that.
Pittman with Gardner
Yeah, I
Minshew
like
in.
that.
I like all the receivers, or I like the receiver core for the Colts this week.
Okay, Mark DiMercato is in. You got him playing right, starting
Yep,
in
Amari
fantasy?
Mercado is in. I got him starting. He's listed as the running back 2 on the depth chart, but I think they're full of it.
Yeah, he definitely looks like the better back between him and Ingram
Yeah, he
as
averaged
far
over
as the
4 yards
numbers
a
go.
carry.
But I'm
I mean, that's
interested to see how that'll play out. I think
yeah,
that's going
his
to be more of a 50-50 split than we expect.
yeah his average last week was double. Keontae Ingram's average on his whole career. So, and he got in the end zone. It was a
Yeah,
great touchdown. Keontae Ingram's just not good at football. Don't start him. Pick him
yeah. I
up
would
and maybe
personally.
wait, but
I'm doing my best to not start any of those running backs. On the opposite side, Zach Ertz or Tyler Higbee. Who you going in this game at tight end?
I'm gonna go Tyler Higbee. Well, I'm gonna go Zach Ertz actually. That
I'm
that
gonna go
pass
Zach
rush,
Ertz there.
the pass rush from the Rams is gonna be getting there quick. Josh Dobbs is gonna have to get rid of the ball fast. So
I'd agree with that. Okay, yeah, Rams side of the ball. Kyron Williams is in. Kyron Williams or let's see, Kyron Williams or let's see, Deontay Foreman.
Kyron Williams.
Okay, Kyron Williams for sure.
I think
Yeah,
Kyron Williams is gonna have
Kyron
a great
Williams,
game.
or how about this? Kyron Williams or Joe Mixon.
Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams
Kyron
or
Williams or Brees Hall.
Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams or DeAndre Swift.
DeAndre Swift.
Kyron Williams or Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, I'm going. I'm going Kyron Williams there.
Yeah, Kyron Williams is pretty high on the list for me this week.
Yeah, he's high on the list for me too. But yeah, I think the Rams, like I said, win this game. But I'll take Arizona to cover. Anything else you want to go over? Puka Nacua is in as a wide receiver too.
Right,
I'd
Tutu
play him
Atwell.
over Michael Pittman. I'd play him over Hollywood Brown. I'd play him over Chris Godwin. I'd play Puka over Puka or Jordan Addison.
Puka. Puka's looked awesome, dude. Puka's looked amazing. And once again, we don't really know what's going to happen in that Vikings offense now with Justin Jefferson out.
Puka Nacua or Tyler Lockett?
I'm probably going to go. Oh man, that's a squash. That's a very good question.
That's a good one.
If I got to start with one of those guys, I guess I'll go Puka just because of the matchup.
I'd go Puka too, but it's very, very close.
Yeah.
Puka or Debo Samuel?
Let's go Puka. I'm scared of Debo right now.
I am too. That's why I drafted Ayuk this year, just because with McCaffrey there, the checkdowns, the run, the more like running and line of scrimmage stuff flows through McCaffrey instead of Debo. Debo's still a great start in fantasy, but
Debo can take a 6-yard slant to the house though at any moment.
At any moment. Anything else you want to cover in this game?
No, I think you're right though. I do think the Cardinals cover that 7-point spread, but I do have the Rams winning this game at home.
Okay, Philly at the Jets. How you feeling about your Eagles?
It's impossible not to feel good about this game. The Eagles are 12-0 over the Jets all time. So
yeah, I think they're going to be 13-0 too, and I do think they cover here.
I think so too. I think you're going to see that that offense is going to flourish. I mean, the Jets defense is good, but they're without Sauce Gardner today. The Eagles are without Jalen Carter and Darius Slay, like I said earlier, but I don't think it matters.
I don't think it does either. Maybe Brees Hall can make some magic happen, but that's the only way. The way to beat Philly is you got to pass on them, and the Jets don't have that guy quarterback that can win this game.
Yeah.
Maybe he makes some plays and makes it a little more interesting than we think it's going to be, but and to be honest, the Jets defense has been okay, but not as good as we expected. They've been getting carved up in the run game, dude. We saw it the other week with Denver. We saw it the previous week with Isaiah Pacheco hitting 100 yards on them. The defense isn't as good right now as I expected it to be. So I think this is okay for DeAndre Swift. It looks scary, but there's been people carving up this defense, and I think it's because the offense has been so bad.
That's right. That's exactly right. They can't stay on the field for the Jets defense can't stay on the field for 40 minutes of the game. It just doesn't work that way. They're going to get wore down. And especially with DeAndre Swift running the ball, and then you've got to worry about Jalen Hurts running the ball, who's been great in the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's going to be hard for the Jets defense to stop it. And then you look at the Eagles defense. I mean, they lose Jalen Carter out, and then Jordan Davis steps in. So it's not like they're really missing that big of a piece.
Yeah, I think. Do we have Philly? But Philly, what is it at? +7 for the Jets. -6. This guy, I got 6.5 right here. Maybe I need to.
6.5. Sorry, 6.5. Yeah, the Eagles -6.5 here. I got Philly to cover as well. I think it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah, I think it is going to be too. Devontae Smith is in. A.J. Brown's in. Swift's in. Hurts is in. Goddard. Coming off the big performance, I think Goddard's in.
Yeah, I think so too. I was a little worried about starting Smith because I think Sauce Gardner. They like to play a lot of man coverage, and Smith isn't exactly the best man coverage guy. But with Sauce Gardner out, you're going to see them probably change their scheme a little bit to a little more zone, just to try to cover up A.J. Brown, who is also a problem.
I think they will too. They definitely
But that offense is very dynamic. You're going to see it's going to be tough for the Jets, but it is in New York.
Garrett Wilson or let's see. Did we do Hollywood Brown already? Garrett Wilson and Hollywood Brown? I think we did. Garrett Wilson or Chris Godwin?
Ooh, I'm going to go Garrett Wilson.
I'm going to go Garrett Wilson there, too.
No Darius Slay once again.
Garrett Wilson or
The
Christian
secondary for
Kirk.
the Eagles isn't the best. I'm going Christian Kirk.
Yeah. I'm going Christian Kirk there, too.
Christian Kirk's been awesome.
Is there anything else we want to go over with this game? I mean, Hurts is in, Wilson's not in. The running backs, they're in. You got to play Hall, you got to play Swift.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, there's nothing else to say about the running backs in this team. Just, keep an eye out for if Zach Wilson can do anything. The secondary's beat up for the Eagles, so. What's the over-under for this game? It is 42.5 points. That sounds about right. Dang, that's a really good line, 42.5. I'm probably
Derrick Henry, there you go.
Under. That's what I like to see. That's a good call. Give it to him again.
Yeah, they need to. I'm glad that doesn't kill me. That's nice.
Yeah, and it gives you points. So I thought the Dolphins over the Panthers was going to be the highest spread, and I was wrong. That would be the Bills versus the Giants in Buffalo. Minus 15 points. That's wild. I'm taking Buffalo. Yeah. I'm not taking this. I can't take the spread there, I don't think.
I can't take 16
that's
points.
15. That's insane. That's 70 points.
It's an NFL game. 16 points? No, I can't do it either, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Buffalo's winning this game. That's not even in question, I don't think. But
no, I am taking Buffalo to cover. Daniel Jones is out.
15 points. Tyrod Taylor's in. Tyrod Taylor, though, is he better than Daniel Jones in the passing game? What if he just comes out and plays a little bit?
I'll pull for Tyrod Taylor. He's had such a bad break.
He has. The long puncture, the injuries,
And the Browns, it was bad. And Buffalo, it was bad. He played with Buffalo, right?
Yeah, he did.
Who did he get drafted by?
Oh, Tyrod Taylor. Who did he get drafted by? I don't
Anyways, remember. Then the Chargers, he was starting. He started off to a good season. And then, next thing you know, the freaking doctor messed him up. And then here comes Justin Herbert.
It's just I think it was Buffalo. I think it was Buffalo that drafted him.
I think you're right.
Yeah, Diggs is in. Gabe Davis playing phenomenal. He's in.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns, or 4 weeks with touchdowns back to back.
I'm not worried about James Cook last week. That was a throwaway game. They lost.
James Cook will be great.
In this game, he'll get back right. I love James Cook this week.
And Darren Waller this week or Zach Ertz?
You said who?
Darren Waller or Zach Ertz?
I go Darren Waller.
Yeah, Darren Waller's coming off of a groin injury. He's expected to play tonight, but not exactly sure. That is a little sketchy.
I think I might be taking Zach Ertz.
Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, is that pass interference right there on the goal line?
Yeah, we might get some Derrick Henry action here.
Looks like we might. They're going to have Tajay Spears in. I'm about to be throwing stuff.
Got it.
Yeah, this game's going to be ugly. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Anything else here you want to go over? I feel like we're done with this.
No, game. I'm not starting any of the receivers for the Giants. Darren Waller, I don't even want to start him. Saquon's going to be back. That's going to help him. If Saquon's in, I'm starting him. If Saquon's in, I'm starting him. If it's Matt Breida, though, Buffalo really could cover the 15. I'm still taking Buffalo to cover this 15.
Oh, man, I think I'm going to – I'm going to go with – I'm going to go with the Giants plus the 15. That's a lot of points.
That's logical.
But Buffalo could probably cover the points, let's be honest.
The odds are towards Buffalo to cover, 64%.
That's crazy.
Yeah, what about is there anything else you got in this game?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, our Sunday Night Football, our typical team, the Cowboys are in there. Cowboys
this is
Monday
the Chargers. Night, I believe.
Oh, is it Monday night?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, Monday night. Oh, the night game is the night game is the Bills and the Giants. That's ugly.
What were they thinking?
Yeah,
why didn't they flex this out?
Oh, that was not a pass interference call. It was a field goal by the Titans. Battle of the kickers this week. The Chargers versus the Cowboys. That's going to be a great game. That's going to be a very good game in Los Angeles. Are we taking 3 this week? The Cowboys minus 1.5. Are we taking 3 upsets this week?
I'm going with the upset. Hit the button.
I'm going with the upset.
Hit the button.
I'm going with the upset.
Hit the button is the upset.
What can go wrong will go wrong.
What can go wrong will go wrong. And Herbert's going to go in there. Keenan Allen, he gets Eckler back. Kellen Moore, the revenge game. I think that they carve him up.
I think you're right, man. You saw an ugly game last week. There's a sour taste in every single Cowboys fan in their mouth, and it's about to keep going. It's not going to get any sweeter.
Yeah, Dak ain't keeping up with this offense.
No, he's not. He's not.
So, yeah, just checking to see if y'all still them boys. It's going to be Justin Herbert's face on there
It's going to be. It's going to be for sure. Kellen Moore, maybe. That'd be good.
Yeah. Okay, so Eckler, he's in for all of us. You drafted him to be in. Pollard's in. And probably going to have a bounce back matchup, I think, for Pollard. Pollard's going to be good this week.
How do you feel about Rico Dowdle? You think he gets any work this week?
No, I don't.
It's fun. It was fun to see him get that touchdown, but as a backup running back, you can't expect for that.
Yeah, I'm going like Chuba Hubbard over.
You going Rico Dowdle or Jordan Mason this week for some deep leagues? 14-man double flex.
I'm gonna go Jordan Mason. I think the path to him
is
dominating because the quarterback is not there for Cleveland.
Right.
The game script, the likelihood of positive game script was going to help.
You going Rico Dowdle or Latavius Murray?
Latavius Murray.
Latavius Murray has kind of the same path that Jordan Mason does, with the Bills playing the Giants this week.
I mean, he's getting playing time.
Yeah. What about Rico Dowdle or Savon Ahmed?
Savon Ahmed.
That's some fun questions for people out there that are struggling. I know these running back situation is tight. Sure.
I don't even think that was a close one, man. I think that Ahmed they're going to be up big, and they can't give every carry to Mostert. He's not built for that.
I agree.
Mostert's going to get like 15 carries
at the most. Yeah, at the most. Yeah.
And he's just probably going to gash him up for like 6 a carry, 7 a carry.
Yeah, I think you're obviously starting Keenan Allen. You're obviously starting Austin Eckler, Justin Herbert, CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard. What about any of the other receivers for the Cowboys, Brandon Cooks or Michael Gallup?
Nah, I think they're out for me. If I was going to take a shot on one, I guess it would be Brandon Cooks. But
yeah, but it's been bad. It's been really bad.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah.
What about Josh Palmer? Where do you sit with Josh Palmer?
I'd start him over Everett right now.
Would you start him over Quentin Johnson?
I'm sorry, I was thinking of the other Parham, but yeah, Josh Palmer. I would start him over Quentin Johnson. Yeah, I would. We just hadn't seen it from Quentin Johnson yet. And Josh Palmer is an established guy. He's been there. Him and Herbert have been on that team together. They have a little bit of chemistry. I just don't know. They're going to take some shots with Quentin Johnson down the field because he's taking over that Mike Williams role. They draft him to be the guy who comes in for Mike Williams, the big body, red zone target, more of a Dez Bryant type, Mike Evans type physical receiver. And he just hasn't done it yet. I think Palmer knows the offense a little bit better, and as of right now, Palmer's a little bit further along in his career.
That's right.
A little safer, yeah. They can get him down the field. He's a deep threat receiver too.
You going Josh Palmer or Josh Reynolds for the Lions?
I'll go Josh Reynolds.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, you see the points being put up.
Yeah.
The only reason I say Josh Reynolds is because Austin Eckler coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, but, okay. I'm cool with that. I like Josh Reynolds. there. That's a close one, though.
What about Josh Palmer or the third string Brandon Powell for the Vikings?
I'm actually going to take that back. I like Josh Palmer over Reynolds.
Okay, then you're going to like him over that right there. What about Tyler? How do you feel about T. Higgins? Do you think Tyler Boyd's going to get anything right here this week?
Tyler Boyd? I don't want him in my lineup.
Okay.
I'd go Tyler Boyd. I mean, I don't even know what I would go with him over.
Yeah, not much. What about one last question? Wilson, the wide receiver for the Cardinals, or Josh Palmer?
I go Josh Palmer.
Okay. I do like Josh Palmer this week. I really wanted to start him over Jerry Jeudy, but I was kind of in a tight spot with Mike Evans. So
yeah, I like Josh Palmer there. Wilson also been playing pretty well. So
yeah, 2
touchdowns. So we both got the upset here. The Chargers upsetting them boys.
That's right. Yeah, our upsets this week were the Chargers over the boys. Them boys. I called for the upset with the Chicago Bears over the Vikings. And then we both agreed that the Seahawks are going to upset the Bengals. So we got 2-3 upsets again this week. Last week we were only 1-3. We had we were wrong on the Packers and the Raiders last week, which really upset me.
Yeah, we picked the Packers to win that game, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. And Jordan Love ended up, didn't love it. So
No, didn't love it at
didn't love
all.
it. Didn't love it.
Didn't love it, man. Anything
Yeah.
else you want to touch on before we close this out?
No, just keep an eye. Remember, next week there is, or this week it's the Packers and the Saints. No, Packers and the Steelers are on a bye this week. So be ready for whatever happens next week with that. I mean, it'd be good for those receivers to get some rest in Green Bay, and
They need it.
that Steelers situation is weird, man.
Yeah, they need it. Kenny Pickett, we'll see what happens with him and Jordan Love playing. Each week it seems like he's getting worse.
Right.
I'm dropping Jaden Reed from what I've seen from Luck and him being third on the depth chart. I like the talent, but I just don't think there's a path where he can get the volume he needs. And will the volume even be quality volume? I don't. I think it's a reach. I'm moving on from him.
Jeff Pilgrim in the chat said Cleveland over the 49ers. Absolutely not.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah,
Even if Deshaun Watson was in, that's not happening. Cleveland got a great defense, but Purdy's just too efficient.
It would be fun to see as an Eagles fan. I'm a hater on any team that's giving us any kind of threat.
Yeah, the 49ers were my Super Bowl pick preseason. I think they just look the best. They're a well-oiled machine out there, dude.
They are.
They're
I think you're going to see the
good.
same thing with the Eagles this week. But the Bills look awesome. That was my pick. It was the Bills to win it all this year, and they are all on fire. You saw that against the Dolphins too, who's been on fire.
Yeah, I also had the Niners going against the Bills in the Super Bowl.
That's right.
But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun week of football, dude. I would wish you luck this week. I usually do, but we are going against each other. We might see some Derrick Henry action here.
Well, they just had that interception, so they are in the red zone right now. I got 9 points for Derrick Henry. It's not too bad. He had a 70 or 60-yard run, whatever it was. That would have been nice if he would have that.
He needed that too.
Yeah, if he would have put that one in there, that would have been great. But I wish you good luck, man. It's always good to have some competition in fantasy. I had the memory come up on Facebook from 8 years ago where we were playing each other the same week. So
both 4-2 must have been a good
pretty
season.
cool, man. Both 4-2. Now I started off 4-0 in that league that year, and I'm pretty sure I missed the playoffs. So just a reminder: if you're 4-0, you might be on top of the world right now, but don't worry, you'll get knocked down a peg.
The demise is coming.
The demise is coming. Be ready.
Dude, it was fun. Yeah, we'll have to do it again next week. We're here every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, and yeah, we'll answer any of your questions in the comment section. Fantasy, all the fantasy questions, go over all the betting odds like we just did. It's a lot of fun, man.
That's right. Well, yeah, I'm excited, man. We'll see who wins this Baltimore game. It's 18-6 right now. Baltimore's winning first and 10 in the red zone for Tennessee right now, so maybe they can turn this into a real game here soon. It's still the third quarter, so there's time. But you got anything else you want to add?
I think that's it, man. It's been fun.
Keep looking out for those upsets. Remember, we said the Bengals or Seattle over the Bengals and Chargers over the Cowboys. Our two big upsets this week.
And if you're picking survival, hopefully
Dolphins or the Bills.
Dolphins or the Bills. Yeah, that's why we're going to.
I'm probably taking the Dolphins just because I like the Bills later in the season.
Derrick Henry, there he goes.
Touchdown.
He's in.
Touchdown. What a way to end it.
Nice.
What a way to end it, man. Hey, it's been a good one.
We'll end it on that. The Tennessee Derrick Henry's finally getting
involved. Yeah, there we
again.
go. 16 points for me. The trade worked out. I'm happy.
Nice. Good luck,
That's been
man.
good,
I'll
man.
see
Good luck to you, too.
I'll see you next